What's going on, everybody? I appreciate those of you that were hanging out, waiting on the stream to start. For those of you stopping by, checking out the replay, though, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on all notifications when we do these live chats. You can take part right along with us. So I don't know what made me pick this today, but I picked this. I went with Ralph Lauren's Polo Red. Parfum. Why the parfum? I don't know. Caught my eye. I said, sure, why not? It was literally that simple. Absinthe, iris, woods, a little bit of spice. It's a much more fruity sweet than it is citrus fresh. There's some freshness, though. Little touch of powder from this orris root, orris butter. Call it what you will. It's all the same thing. Just depends on the quality of the oil, basically, is what it comes down to. It's nice. My only gripe with this one has always been the same. At first, it smells like Polo Red, but boy, after a few minutes, it starts to go its own path. It's more absinthe, iris, and woods. That's not Polo Red's DNA. Like early on, that fruitiness and everything with the woods kind of still gives Polo Red's DNA. So like it starts off Polo Red, then it turns into something else that's nice, but not all that Polo Red. Not to where I would say, marketing, put this in a Polo Red bottle and call it Polo Red Parfum. I would have released it as a different fragrance personally. Still a good fragrance. Just wouldn't have released it as Polo Red Parfum personally. I guess we'll see how Polo Red Elixir comes when they do Polo Blue and Polo Red Elixir, because what the hell, that's the trend now, right? The elixirs. So it's solid. Is it the best Polo Red? Far from it, but it is solid. So let's get caught up on the chat. So just to let you guys know what's going on, I just randomly bought some Xerjoffs the other day. Amabile, I'm not joking when I say this. You see the color and how it's the high-vis yellow bottle? That's why I bought it. I'm giving it a chance because it's high-vis yellow. I did not even look at the notes. I've seen the bottle before, and I was like, screw it. I love high-vis yellow. That's not a secret. If nothing else, it makes me happy to look at the bottle in hand. Is Xerjoff? It's probably going to be a really good fragrance. I swear it's that simple, and why the hell I bought this fragrance. And then I've been wanting to try Erba Pura. So I got the little 3-pack discovery set of 15 mLs, Uden Overdose, Erba Pura, and Cruz Del Sur 2, which I've been having my eye on for a little while. And I figure 15 ml each, that's a lot for me. The little mini bottles with the atomizer, that's good. I wish they had like the whole collection. You could buy. I know there's multiple discovery sets you can get, but not enough of them. I wish they would like put tons of them out there, because that's probably what I would get. I would get all of these different 15 mLs, and if I end up finishing one, then I'll get a bigger bottle. But I'm actually quite excited about this. The 315 mLs Uden Overdose. I've never tried Uden. Heard good things about both that and the Overdose flanker. Erba Pura, I've smelled a bunch of stuff that smells like it, and I enjoy it. So I'm sure I'm going to enjoy Erba Pura and Cruz Del Sur 2. Couldn't tell you. Apparently, Erba Pura is the only eau de parfum of the three. I happen to see that on the back now, but we'll bust these open around the 10 or 11 minute mark, roughly. Let's get caught up on the chat and see who's doing what and so on here in the chat. Jumpman23, Xerjoff is by far my favorite fragrance brand. It's a lot of people feel that way. That's one of the big things on the bucket list for me this year is I wanted to expand on my Xerjoff collection. That was what I said at the beginning of the year when we did that 2024 wish list live stream. And I've been doing so. Now, am I going to have as many as I have Mancera? Probably not. But the ones that interest me, I'm slowly kind of checking off the list. I hope this is good. I literally bought it because of the color. We'll see. Speaking of Uden, there you go. How are you, sir? I wonder if are you able to hang with us for a little bit, because it's 1 a.m. for him right now where he's at, guys. Joel's in the house. Good to see you, my man. I just liked your post when I was on IG a minute ago. Figman, great fragrance. I haven't wore that in a while. Seems to be my answer for every time I have something you guys are wearing, right? Durham 2020. I haven't wore that in a while. Another great fragrance. Good to see you, Noel. Zorro Chrome Pure. Some Odat Pure Yayo. All right, there we go. That's a good descriptor. We'll go with that. Amouage Enclave, beautiful mint fragrance. One of the better mint fragrances I've ever smelled. The spearmint oil they use there is magnificent. Crazy strong fragrance too. Watsits. We're in Bulgari Man in Black Essence. I've never tried that flanker. That's the one that has all the different script printed on the design printed on the bottle. I've never tried that flanker. Uden Overdose is my sin of the day. And yes, this is Antonio, which for those of you that probably won't know, he also commented that on the video, that exact comment. So glad you're able to come hang out, Antonio. BDK's Citrus Riviera, you're my favorite fragrance YouTuber, and your recommendations are always on point. Manny, I appreciate the vote of confidence, my man. I'm glad you're here today as well. I don't even remember what Citrus Riviera smells like. I had a decant, and I sprayed it a few times. I just don't remember what the hell it smells like. Ooh, State of Mind French Gallantry. I believe that's the one that Dedrick has, that he said he has. Man, this full wearing was eye-opening. 100% suggest getting samples of this. So I had to perk up. I am super low energy today, guys. The last 2 days have been kind of rough. I did 20 some odd thousand steps yesterday. It was crazy. Today I've got a little over 12,000. Nothing as wild, but super low energy because my meal plan had changed several days ago to where my calories and more specifically my carbohydrate intake has dropped greatly. And I know it's going to change again Wednesday at my next check-in. We're checking in every 5 days right now. And I know it's going to change again. So needless to say, the caffeine is keeping me going. This is literally my second energy drink. I just cracked the top on this one. I didn't have any other caffeine this morning. Kind of saved it for midday so I could power through this damn live stream. Because, I mean, I was dragging ass to this point, guys. So had to perk up for you guys. AJ, Neo is my favorite from the house. I just wore that a few days ago, finally. Tried Erba Gold the other day. I almost bought it. I debated on buying it. I thought about it. I ended up going with this because of the color. What's going on, everyone? No sin of the day. Just had to put my cat of 18 years down. Damn, Sean, I am sorry to hear that, man. Here to hang for a bit and hopefully feel better. Man, I hope we can take your mind off for a little bit. That absolutely sucks, man. I am sorry to hear that. Man. I'll try to be animated and try to make you laugh a little bit as best I can when the moment strikes. I don't know what else to say, man, because that's terrible because Farrah doesn't have a whole lot longer left either. She just made her 13th birthday. And my dog, not cat. Cats typically live a bit longer, but you know, as far as what we were told, once dogs get diagnosed with diabetes, normally 6 months to 2 years. January made 2 years she's been on insulin. And look, certain things are getting a little worse. So I'm not saying she's about to be there, but it's not getting further away. So I'm dreading what you just went through, Sean. I'm dreading it. That's why I bring it up, man, because just thinking about it gets me choked up, man. So my heart goes out to you, man. Seriously. That's awful, man. Prayers for you and the family, man. Seriously. Because that is a family member. You put your child down is basically how I look at that. So I'm sorry to hear that, Sean. So everyone, Rasasi Kasamet Ibar, is that how you say that? Ibar? Just going to listen until I get home from picking up my son and go shopping for his birthday fit. Hell yeah, that's always fun going shopping for a new fit. Good to see you though, Terrence. Clinton wearing Aqua de Joe EDP, great fragrance. Juan, good to see you. Product Amber Pure Homme Intense ATH Homme. One of the best fragrances in general that I've ever smelled. Excellent choice, Kyle. Let's see. Appreciate it really hard, and I bet, man. Good to see you, Kalen. We're in Sedley. Kyler's in the house. Let him know. I want to see Invictus Victory Elixir. All right, let me skip ahead for a little, because I got behind pretty quick. Signature to back. Excellent choice. Good to see you, sir. Milano Fragrance. Naviglio? Is that how you say it? Naviglio? I think I'm doing good there. I don't know. Kix Griffey's in the house. Eternity Parfum. I heard this is pretty good. Nice and boozy. I haven't tried it, though. You must be new to the live chat. Welcome. Yeah, the MJF's theme, I have the license to it. I've been using that as my intro for my live streams for close to a year. It's getting close to a year at this point. It's over 6 months for sure that I've been doing it since I got the license for it. Yeah. So glad you caught that. I love using that. Fragrance Fraternity, good to see you. Fig Ecstasy from Men. Sarah Hidden Gems is in the house. Tuning into one of my favorite houses. Hell, hey, man, we're going to be busting them open. We just got to the 10-minute mark. We're about to dive into this here in just a sec. What's going on, Drew? Wearing Erba Gold. This is going to be a good one. I'm glad you guys are excited. I'm excited, too. Cody's wearing a Ventus Cologne. You're killing it today, sir. I'm on the road, too, wearing Oman Jane Amber Royal today, though. I've never tried that one, Bill. Be careful while you're driving, though. Just listen in. Don't look. Don't look. Just listen. So, Turner is wearing Givenchy Gentleman EDP. Kellen, what's going on? What's your favorite Tom Ford and why? Anything Costa Azura. I just talked about the Parfum this morning. I'm going to wear it this week too. Anything Costa Azura. That's my favorite Tom Ford DNA. It's the blue fragrance. That's why. It just smells really good to me. That's the reason. David smells good in the chat. Wearing code Absolute. Adolfo's wearing Royale X. Smash the like button. Let them know. Wow, this chat smells fantastic. The chat always smells fantastic on this channel. I got to say, you guys, you put your best foot forward with your fragrance choices, I have to say. Givenchy Gentleman Society Extreme. I haven't heard opinions on it yet, Spencer. I'm definitely interested, though, because I really like Gentleman Society. Only have Naxos and Dolce & Amalfi. I mean, that's two really good ones. What's going on, Terrence? Blue Talisman. Oh, my man is showing off. I still want that. Not because Ocho hyped it up, because I would give Jason Vircher his credit on live stream. I jumped on with him and Dedrick, and he really sold me on it. But Ocho, you know, for those of you who don't know, Ocho is Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco, former wide receiver, most notable in recent memory for Nightcap, the live stream he does with Shannon Sharp. He really hyped it up recently, so apparently it's been sold out everywhere when I looked at all the retailers. But I'm going to get it at some point. Kevin, good to see you. Mercedes-Benz Cologne. Damn, killing it. Uh-oh, speaking of Dedrick, that's his layering combo. Good to see you, Dan. I can't complain, sir. I can't complain. Family's doing well. Been sick for 40 minutes. Fuzzman, I hope you feel better soon, my guy. Xerjoff Naxos. It came out last year. Came out in 2023, about midway through. Came out roughly midway through. It was a 2023 release. That's what I'm saying. 15 ml is plenty. We'll dive into that discovery set all at once. We're going to start with Amabile first, because I literally don't know what to expect with it. I just bought it because the bottle color, you know, kind of spoke to me. Phantom Parfum, good to see you, Roy. Might be right up your alley. I hope so. Divine, uh-oh. They have 4 sets. Yeah, I saw 2 sets for sure with Fragrance By. I forgot what the other ones had, but when I saw that, I was like, ooh. That's 3 I'd like to try. That was 100% why I bought it. What's going on, Randy? You text me at a very bad time last night. I did get your text. I just forgot to respond after the fact, but you text me at a very, very bad time, sir. Lacoste Blanc Eau Fraiche. Glad you're back from your cruise, though. Finally made it to a live. Thanks for all the content. Well, appreciate you being here, sir. I hope you enjoy. Okay, let's see. So, guys, I might have to skip ahead a bit here. Starlight is one you're still missing. Remember, you took it off your cart one time. That was not long ago, actually. That was like last month, I think. That was one of those shopping adventures we do live last month. Maybe next month. Maybe in March. That'll be the Xerjoff I add. Because, I mean, if it gets the vote, the stamp of approval from you, honestly, that's high praise for as big of a niche critic as you are. That's pretty high praise for a fragrance, honestly. I got to take that seriously if you're like, Starlight's one I need. Good to see you, sir. Now I get the hype. Performance may not be crazy, but who cares? It smells fucking amazing. Let them know, man. All the Blue Day Chanels are really, really good. Kathy, good to see you. Cocktail Intense. And Black Cologne. 53. Never tried it when it was available, and I love it. Yeah, Man Black Cologne. It still has the booze, but it's much fresher. It had you know who hyped me and made me buy that years ago? Big Beard Business, which is now Triple B, the Triple B way. Shout outs to Buck. Buck influenced me to buy that years ago. I'll never. He was the only person I saw talking about, and I was like, ooh, bet I would like that, and I ended up getting it. So I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, guys, because I want to. We're about to hit 15 minutes, and we haven't started yet. So those aren't good for you. That's okay. Do you smoke cigarettes? Do you eat processed food? I mean, I could go on and on. None of that shit's good for you either. Do you drink water out of plastic bottles? Don't criticize me, man. Just enjoy the show. I never really drank the Celsius ones. Let's see. OG Mac passing through Solomon. Hey, what's going on, Russell? I didn't even recognize the name. What's going on, Russell? Just got Black Rose and can't get enough of it. I hope you're enjoying it, my man. Hope you're doing well. I haven't talked to you in quite a while. Hoffman, good to see you. I hate to skip ahead and not acknowledge people. Charles Terrence. Acknowledging people left and right. Speaking of Xerjoff, wore Neo the other day, and man, that's a spring darling. I agree. I think that's what it's best suited for. So, guys, I'm skipping down. Wow, I'm way behind. Speaking of Jason, I'm sure you were here when I gave you your credit, but I appreciate you letting them know. Boz has arrived. Just ordered Black Rose last night. I hope you enjoy it, Boz. It is an absolute superstar for the house. Yep. Like a couple weeks ago. Blue Talisman, and I forgot what else. He was telling Shannon Sharp that he needs to get on those, that's what the ladies love and all this other stuff. So naturally, because that's like the most popular late night podcast on YouTube right now, or live stream anyways, just a live podcasts are basically live streams. If there's video, it's a damn live stream most of the time. Yeah, he hyped it up like maybe a month ago, might even be a month ago. And it's like sold out everywhere. Okay. Good to see you, sir. While I got you, Saharian Wind. Within the next 2 days. One of those two is tomorrow, and the other one's going to be the next day. So, Saharian Wind. I'm going to start wearing it this week. Got to mention the snippet mentioning little Neo getting his debut had me rolling. I try to make myself laugh, and normally if I make myself laugh, I make a few other people laugh. Celsius, like drinking liquid Flintstone vitamins. Oh, that's an interesting take. So I made it to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and dive into this. Amabile is going to be the first one. Again, I've never looked at the notes. This is going to sound completely ridiculous, and it is completely ridiculous on why I bought this. I do not encourage anyone to buy something based off the color of a bottle, but that's what I did. That is absolutely what I did. Because I saw the little stripe, and I've seen the picture of the bottle online. I was like, oh, yeah, I bet that would look cool in hand. And I was like, I wanted to get more Xerjoffs in my collection to experience. And what the hell? Oh, yeah, this is me. The only problem is it gets dirty easy because of the color. Look how dirty it is on the bottom. Brand new sealed. It's because of the black fuzz in here. And that's me. Bright yellow. Not that that matters in any way, shape, or form. It could be terrible. And it's like, well, I got a pretty color bottle for no damn good reason. I doubt it, though. I doubt it. I highly doubt there's too many Xerjoffs people would say are not good. Give it a good spray and a half. Ooh, that's different. That don't remind me of anything out in the air. Like a chalky citrus, a little sweet. That's very citric and woody, and there's something specific. It's a little like chalky. I know that's weird because it's a little weird. If I'm being totally honest here, it's a little weird of a scent. There's like a green citrus. It's probably bergamot. Might even be some apple in here, but I'm getting like green citrus and fruit and something a little chalky and woodsy. Slightly powdery, but like there's a dryness to it being powdery. That's why I say chalky. This is weird. Not in a bad way. I don't mean that as a negative. Kind of digging it. There's Justin giving me a picture for the thumbnail. Oh, that's a good picture. So for those of you who didn't know, we have our decant swap Wednesday, me and Justin on this channel. Next Wednesday, we're doing it again on his channel. He sent me a pack that says Ross's stream and a pack that says Justin's stream. And then I sent him fresh pack, dark pack. I said, you choose which one for which. And we got it all set up. So be on the lookout for that. The next 2 Wednesdays between our 2 channels, we got some blind smell and rate decant swaps we're doing. There is an oddball note that I can't figure out for the life of me what it is. This is actually pretty damn unique. At least to me, it's quite unique. What is that? I keep wanting to say chalky, but I feel like that's doing a terrible disservice to how good this actually smells. 2020 release. Fruity, sweet, spicy, woody, green. Yeah. So there is bergamot and green apple. Okay. That does kind of stand out. With Amalfi, lemon, orange blossom, pink pepper, Guatemalan cardamom, jasmine, white musk, cedar, green vanilla. What the hell is green vanilla? I've never heard of green vanilla. And Indonesian patchouli, supposedly similar to apple brandy on the rocks. Does have a few similar notes, but I'm really, really digging this. And it is poorly rated. Holy shit. So it's a polarizing one. It's a polarizing fragrance, apparently. I quite like it. Shit. Apparently, I'm one of the few. What the hell is giving it this weird, odd? It must be like the orange blossom, cardamom, cedar, green vanilla combo. Maybe the patchouli's. It's not really all that earthy, but green, sure. Because I was thinking green citrus, green fruits, all the green stuff. I think it smells really good. I'm kind of disappointed to see that I'm like one of the few people that likes this fragrance. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody's got different tastes, right? But happy accident. I bought it because I thought the color was going to be pretty cool, which it is to me. And it's actually a very interesting citric, fruity, woodsy fragrance. Very floral in the heart. It's more orange blossom than anything else, but it's not the typical orange blossom smell that I get when it's prominent in a fragrance. Like I don't get a strong tie into Gucci Guilty's DNA. I don't get a strong tie into Parfums de Marly Altair, Nico Sculpture, Montal Wood and Spices, where it's pretty dominant orange blossom kind of smell. Or even like Kajal Om, that's real orange blossom dominant. And that's a multitude of different qualities of orange blossom, different orange blossom oils in general, probably cultivated and procured from different places, different flavor houses, all of that. This one doesn't remind me. I smell orange blossom, but it doesn't has that scratchiness to it. You know what I'm talking about? That sharp edge that a lot of orange blossom can have sometimes. Doesn't remind me of YSL myself. That's another orange blossom dominant designer. I could see why some people don't like it, but I think it's got some charm for being as strange as it actually is. It is a weird fragrance. I think it's like an 8 out of 10. Clearly, others think it's 5.9, but I think it's like an 8 out of 10. I can appreciate the oddball nature of this scent profile. What's going in the rotation this week? It's got some density to it, a little bit of like oomph, like the woody nuance. Like this Atlas Cedar is pretty hefty. It's got a strong woody base. It's not just super fresh. It's a little powdery, but it's not super powdery either. I think it's great. 8 out of 10. Teach their own, right? Oh, well. Sorry for those that don't enjoy it. Cheers to you. Let's get caught up in the chat before we dive into this discovery set, shall we? Because I'm sure I got very behind very quickly. Does that matter, Randy? You win. What'd you win? Nothing. Join this channel because I see you in Saints gear. Who dat? Content's great too. I appreciate that. Who dat? Right back to you, my man. Let's see. I won't spoil, but Amabile is the lowest rated Xerjoff fragrance on Parfumo. Yeah, it sure is. So if you actually had the choice between Amabile and Erba Gold and you went with this, that's an ouch. Not really. I like it. I'm sure you clearly do not, based on your comment. You clearly do not. I like how it's kind of a weird one. I like it. Looks like lemon juice. The color is why I bought it. Completely blind. I literally saw the bottle and I was like, ooh, that's a me bottle. Because I like the bright colors and stuff, you know. Those bottles kick ass. I like yellow, but I'm not yellow. Also had spray from Neo on my sample of Spirit of Neo making the cut. Spirit of Neo. Smells so good. Reminds me of the smell of lime and cilantro. Let's see, skip ahead. Yeah, and actually for having Amalfi lemon, I don't find it's a ton of Amalfi lemon. Term you don't hear every day on fragrance. Yeah, for sure. Mainly fruity, sweet, florals and musk. I get a hefty dose of that cedar, though. I do get a lot of that. Definitely florals, like big time orange blossom. Big time. Only other time you mentioned a chalky citrus orange was Paris Corner. Yeah, the bright orange and the Rolly. Same bottle. Yeah, the orange one. Bright orange and the Rolly. Tried this one, but also get a chalky vibe from Uden Overdose. Oh, don't say that because I'm about to try that one. Mr. M.A. Jean-Paul Gaultier's Le Male on board. I have a decan of it. It didn't impress me to where I felt like I needed a bottle. It's a nice fragrance, but it was like very redundant to a lot of different things, I find. Diego, good to see you. Heading to the gym soon for some deadlifts. Going to be wearing Prodolome. Going to pick up Dior Sport soon as another gym scent. Well, I'm glad you're able to make it. I hope you have a great workout and kill it with some PRs on deadlift. Let's see. Glad I got Erba Gold bottle. Doesn't have that fuzzy. Yeah, it looks like it's just smooth based on the pictures I saw. Green vanilla. The oleo resin of green vanilla is made from exceptional vanilla pods from Madagascar. Contrary to the traditional method of obtaining vanilla, it's still green vanilla pods are stressed. Well, thank you for letting me know, Roy. Is that a copy and paste type of thing? It reads like it's a copy and paste thing, but I appreciate it because that's educating me on it. I just learned something because I did not know, because first time I've seen green vanilla listed. It's not a heavy vanilla. A little bit of vanilla sweetness, but I wouldn't call it I wouldn't say it's a vanilla fragrance, is basically what I'm getting at. Montal Oud leather, according to Google. There we go. It means lovely. There you go. I looked it up when he said it. Okay, cool. Really enjoying it. I got a buddy present. It smells all milky, sugary in the opening. Okay. Ferragamo Intense Leather. It's actually my least favorite. I don't have spicy leather, but I have bright leather, intense leather, and the original, and it's my least favorite of the three that I do have. I still want to get spicy leather. It's a little earthy. It's not a bad fragrance. It's a little earthy, a little powdery. It dries into the original's DNA. Again, not bad. Like a 7 out of 10 kind of fragrance. It's good stuff, but I like the original and I like bright leather more, I guess is the best way to put it. I do have a video on it if you're interested in hearing a bit more. Svengali, good to see you, sir. I'm skipping down. Michael Garza, I have a sample of Amabile in the stash somewhere. I need to revisit it. Good to see you, Luis. Wore Vetiver Sensuel in AM, but testing Le Beau Le Parfum, and wow, I'm surprised. Really good. That's my favorite Jean-Paul Gaultier fragrance. I love Tigar. Aqua d'Or by Panadori, that Aussie fragrance guy. Shout outs to Mark. Said it was similar, but even better blended. That's high praise right there. It's not the worst Xerjoff I've smelled. I would say Groove Escape is far worse. A lot of their sweet florals. Amabile just isn't that good or special. It's not special. I can agree with that. It's not special, but it is unique for what I have and what I've smelled. This doesn't remind me of any other fragrances. Like I don't kind of get this or kind of get that. It smells like it stands on its own, and that's why I like it. It's not an off-putting smell, and it's a unique smell. So it's on the fresher side. I'll get a lot of wear out of it. If I want to get a lot of wear out of it, it'd be, I got a lot of situations I can wear it. And it's pretty casual, relatively fresh, has some density, but not too heavy of a wear, not too light of a wear. Kind of suits me. I guess that's the better explanation on why I'm kind of digging it. I'm kind of digging it. I like it. That cedar is really coming out on my skin, though. Finally quit vaping after 6 years. You get the soft live stream clap. Congratulations, my man. Congratulations, Turner. That's awesome. Color of the bottle puts the smell of banana, Laffy Taffy in my imagination. I can see where you're coming from with that. We'll still be here, my man. We'll still be here. Like super sour greenly. I wouldn't say super sour, but I get a little bit of sour. I can see where you're coming from with that. I wouldn't say super, though, but it may smell different to you than it does to me, though. I like it. Getting rid of the fuzziness in all their velvet bottles, people have had many problems with it peeling off after being exposed to fragrance. Like half a dozen or so have been redone. Damn. In years, but I do remember it being amazing. It was my first Mancera. Okay, so it was your dip your toe fragrance. It was your introduction into the house. It's been requested for me. That was why I bought it in the first place. It's been pretty heavily requested there for a little while. I'm finally getting around. I got it not long ago. Finally getting around to doing some real testing with it. I have a feeling I will. we're about to jump into it. I'm just trying to get caught up as best I can in this chat. Lanui DeLone Blue Electric, the Deceased Starlight will be the next one I buy from the house. And according to Divine, that's one I need. And you guys know how much of a critic he is. So if he's giving it the stamp of approval, I think I'm going to have to get it. I'm going to have to go ahead and do that. I know, that's what I'm saying. You said you did it first. And then I was like, okay, congratulations, you win. That's what I'm saying. Like, the point is, like, it doesn't matter who did it first kind of thing, because I'm sure neither of us are the first to get one of these and do a video with it. I'm just giving you a hard time, Randy, because you're like, I did it first. So, by the way, we need to set up a live stream. Dedrick's been wanting to do the decant swap. Only I got a bunch of decants now, so we're going to swap amongst the three of us. So get settled in, get situated, and we need to set something up in the next 2 weeks or so. So been meaning to talk to you about that. Me and Dedrick kind of worked that out not long ago, and we just haven't had an opportunity to clue you in on the plan. I think so. If you like Sauvage, it's an easy love because it's basically tropical, fruity, mango heavy Sauvage. Italica I have not tried. Very much so. Ooh. Oh, damn. Yeah. Look, Danger Parfum Cologne's really, really good, but Burlington 1819 is absolutely impressive. I haven't worn anything to work out in a few months now. I kind of give myself a break at the gym. I haven't been wearing gym scents for a while. That's why you never hear me talk about gym fragrances anymore. I'm not saying I won't ever again, just kind of taking a break from it for a while because I spray so many fragrances on my skin every day. I got to have a few hours somewhere to take a break. I wouldn't say best one, but for a fresh fragrance, it is really, really good. So, oh, here we go. Most PR in rotation. Most would say Desir Toxic is better. Yeah, they're very different, though. Yeah, but I quite enjoy it. Golden Dala has got to be one of my favorites. All right, so we made it to the bottom. We're diving into this now. That glue was strong. I glued the shit out of this cellophane. All right. I'm telling you, I really like that they do this. Look, it's still pricey. It's not cheap. It was $130, $136, something like that. But it's 315 mLs, which is a lot of sprays, little mini bottles of 3 different popular fragrances from them. So I'm pretty excited about it. I thought it was a good move for me. Yeah, that's great. It's great that they have these. I'll probably buy another one. Who knows? They got like 6 of them available, according to Divine. I might buy all 6, as long as it's not one that's got like 2 fragrances I already have or something. I don't know. We'll see. Get a few of them. I'm going to do this for now. Well, y'all keep mentioning Uden Overdose, so I'm going to do that one first. Let's do Uden Overdose. I like these little bottles. That's all I need. This is all I need. I'm going to turn the autofocus off. Uden Overdose. Is that printed or etched? It looks like it's etched. It is etched in the glass and then filled with paint. So that's actually etched into the glass. So it's not like it's going to rub off. And I like these little bottles, because this is a lot of sprays. I mean, I have a ridiculous amount of fragrances behind me. I may never go through these. You never know. If I love them, maybe eventually. Let's go right by the watch. Good spritz. Good atomizer for what it is. So I've never tried Uden or Uden Overdose. This is a first for me. Green. Fresh and green. A little astringent, but that could be the alcohol. So let me give it another moment. Very well could be the alcohol. Digging the little bottles, though. So 15 ml versus a 50. These little 15s are plenty. It's a lot of juice. Now, the sprays are smaller because the stem on the atomizer is smaller, but just spray accordingly. Now, it's definitely got a sharpness to it, a little astringent. Very fresh, very, very fresh. Not all that sweet. I'm not sure which citrus. Smells like it could be a grapefruit lemon combination. It's not really all that tart. It's not a sweet citrus, though. Comes across very green, very aromatic, almost like a juniper type of aromatic smell, like a little bit of gin. That's how it comes across to me. Is that in the notes? I don't know. I've never looked. Guess we're going to find out in a minute. Whoever here has smelled it, I'm sure you know what's in it. It's a little bit of a fruity tone coming in, but it's more hefty citrus, I find. But it's thick. I think this is one of the ones that's a parfum. Yes, this one's a parfum. This is very easygoing, super, super mass appealing. Nothing really jumps out to me besides this kind of sharp citrus. A little astringent. And before I pull up notes, just want to give my quick, here's what I'm thinking it's going to be. It's a little fruity, a little green. Not all that spicy. Let's see what we're working with. It's a little spicy, but I wouldn't call it all that spicy. Spicy. Just, I guess, as it dries, it'll get spicier. So citrus, there you go. Spicy, fresh, sweet, woody. Pretty much what I got. So it's pretty straightforward here. Lemon and bergamot, ginger, tobacco flower, coffee. Coffee. So that must be that slight dark nuance that it doesn't distinctively smell like coffee, at least not yet. Maybe as it settles down more, because I'm getting so much citrus right now. I just sprayed it like less than a minute ago, maybe a minute at the most. Maybe it'll smell like it more. Tobacco flower. I'm assuming that's tobacco blossom, the note tobacco blossom, which comes across, the only time I recall smelling a fragrance that has that prominently would be Bulgari Blue. That has a slight creamy tone to it. And there's a little bit of that creamy, powdery tone here. So maybe that's what it is, because I've never distinctively known what tobacco blossom smells like. And I do get a little bit of that here. And the only other fragrance I know that where it's prominent is that. They kind of get a little bit of a tie-in here. Amber and musk. Pretty highly rated fragrance. People seem to enjoy this one. I don't find it's all that much like the Dreamer, because I wouldn't care for this as much, because I gave my bottle of Dreamer away like 5 years ago because it just wasn't for me. I did not care for it. I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it. I was never going to wear it. I had a friend that wanted it. Sure, you can have my bottle. There's a muskiness coming out more and more. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I hope we're not freezing too much, because I was having bandwidth drop off for a moment. This is going to sound a little strange. I don't like it more than or less than Amabile. I like it just as much. And for some of you, that's probably strange, which means it's another 8 out of 10. Still a great rating. It's 8 out of 10. It's neither of these floor me. I don't find either of them special, but they both come across as very easy and enjoyable wearing experiences in the limited time I've spent with them so far. These are my kind of style for out and about on a warm day. Go and have lunch, something like that. Not just completely casual, but nothing serious either. I think that's where these can fall into. So far, Amabile and Uden Overdose, I think, are both 8 out of 10 fragrances. They've both been very straightforward. With what I pick up and what the notes and accords end up being, it's been pretty straightforward. Now, obviously, there's no way I was going to, tobacco flower / tobacco blossom and coffee. No, but the accords made sense. That was pretty much what I was getting. So that's what I mean by it's been pretty straightforward. The notes were pretty straightforward with this one. They are really, really good fragrances. Like I said, great according to my rating system. I give them an 8 out of 10 on my initial impressions here. Let's see. Let me get caught up on the chat before we dive into another one. Regio, I know you've been a fan of that one. Best gym fragrance is Sweat, and overspraying is acceptable. I have not. On the fence about buying Naxos or Uden Overdose. I love the freshness of both. Both are sexy in their own way. The king of the super chat has arrived. Wearing Sauvage Parfum. You, sir, are killing the game as per usual, and I sure appreciate your contributions to the channel. It's super chats like this that go into buying fragrances like this. So greatly appreciate you, sir. I hope you're doing well, and I know you smell great because Sauvage Parfum, my personal favorite version of Sauvage. There you go. I don't know how he feels about getting on camera, but I'll subscribe. Serge Lieutenant Shergi, just got it last Saturday, and it slaps. Let's see. Finally got my decant of the new PDM Perseus. So that's my sin of the day. It's quite different to anything else from the house. I want to try that one too. Altair, however you want to say it. It was good, but not great to me. Smells very similar to several of the fragrances that I have. That's why I didn't get it. I was glad to get a decant first. With Perseus, I'm going to do the same thing. I want a decant. I have a feeling that one's going to be one I might want a bottle of, though. Gondala, like it's home alone, enjoying my own fragrance kind of thing. Okay. Resemblance to Renaissance. Trying to see where you're coming from with it. Because I get a lot of minty and watery citrus from that, whereas this is a dense citrus. It's not as mouth-watering. Obviously, it doesn't have the minty green tone. But the overall smell, like the woodiness, the light spice and everything, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's not as green, though. It's definitely not near as green as something like Renaissance, but I can kind of see where you're coming from there, Spencer. I didn't do a video or anything. I think I lost it. Oh, damn. Links are in the description. I picked them up from Fragrance Buy. Such a cute little Xerjoff bottle, isn't it? Cute little thing. Either that or a giveaway, who the heck knows? I wish it were more normalized to make smaller bottles because I feel the same way as you, Ross. Yeah, I don't need large bottles. Very rare am I going to get the use out of it. Some aspects of both Uden Overdose P33 have 1 million vibes. That actually makes more sense to me than Renaissance does. Now that you say it. A little bit. About as much as I get Renaissance, I guess. Like, I understand the comparison. I get it. Sweetness is kind of a little similar. The way the sweetness and the spice kind of blend. Kind of get it. Yeah, the three of us got to get together in our little group message and kind of iron out the details because I'm pretty tied up with live streams for this week and to next week. So the following week, I'd be able to schedule something if you guys are available for it. You'll love the dry down. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's very enjoyable. I like both of these so far. For taste, but I love it. Yeah, all beautiful. These teeny bottles are nice looking. We'd much rather have those, honestly. That's fair. I don't think I'd compare it to Nico's Sculpture. I think Amabile has a better shot at Nico's Sculpture because of the orange blossom, personally. I have to try a couple of sets. Skin like 3 to 4 hours. Oof, you're offended. That's fair. Dries like powdered chalky floral, which I don't like. Kind of like the Dreamer. This is better than the Dreamer, though. Definitely. Afterglow Divine Starlight is fan-damn-tastic. So it seems like I need to get a Starlight. Everybody seems to agree. I agree with that for sure. Get a bit of white florals from Uden Overdose. Just got the barbershop. Got the barbershop in and Rayon Corium, and both are bomb. Also, Clean Musk is on the way. Authenticity, that's a good one. Nothing crazy special, but all very enjoyable. Never been one to want to do that. I get asked from time. Ever since Ashton started doing that a couple of years ago, I would get emails, messages, comments, all that stuff. And I know more people do it now. Never really been my thing to critique, even in a joking manner, to critique what someone else spends their money on. I don't really want to do that. That's a good one. I don't know. There's hate behind it. What geniuses are hating on that fragrance? I can understand if you don't like it and it's just not your taste, but hating on it doesn't deserve any hate. No fragrance really deserves any hate. If you don't like it, you don't like it, you know. Clean, slightly soapy citrus and flowery. Yeah, I don't really get the coffee. There's a slight little dark nuance hiding in the backdrop, but it doesn't smell distinctively like coffee. I'll let you guys chime in on that one. So, 2 of the 3. I mean, Neo would be fine in the summer too, but Mephisto, that's the answer I would have gave. Yeah, Renaissance for sure too. I like it more for spring, but totally works in the summer too, obviously. But Mephisto, yeah, that would be the one I would pick. So let's go ahead and get to Erba Pura, shall we? Finally going to try Erba Pura after all of these different fragrances that smell like it, which I would say my favorite of the bunch is Montal's Herbal Aquatica, which is, I guess, this fragrance plus mint. So my cute little baby bottle, my little baby Xerjoff bottle. Let's see what you're working with here, Erba Pura. On the inside of the wrist. Wave some of that off. Oh, yeah. So Club de Nuit Oud does smell like this. Herbal Aquatica does smell like this. This is better than both of them. Now, this is one that I've seen get hate. Erba Pura. I think this is the best of the 3 that I've smelled so far. This one I might have to get a 50 ml later. I got to get through this 15 ml first. Oh, the fruitiness. I believe it's passion fruit, if I remember correctly. Pineapple, things like that. A bunch of different fruits and citruses. Super fruity, fresh, sweet, juicy. Man, that's great. Man, that's great. Oh, this is the one. This is the one for me. Yeah. This is going to be the rating to beat. I'm not going to give it the rating yet. We're going to give it a moment here. Let's pull up these notes because, damn it. Yeah, I like this a lot. And now I got to get Herba Gold because I really like Erba Pura. Fruity sweet, fresh, synthetic floral, Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, Sicilian orange, fruity notes, white musk, amber, bourbon, vanilla. Yeah, fruity notes. That's an understatement here. I like this a lot. I like it a lot. I get asked about this one all the time. Amber Gold Edition, their clone of it. But Herba Gold, I would like to check out. You got some darker notes here, some heavy spices, ginger, clove, cinnamon, cardamom. Because I have looked at this note breakdown. Because I almost bought it the other day instead of getting Amabile. And I saw the bottle and I was like, "Ooh, I'm going to just get that." I might have to get this. If it's a spicier take, they don't even list spice in the main course. But if it's a spicier version of Erba Pura, yeah, count me in. Because I really like this. Because I have a minty version of Erba Pura with Herbal Aquatica from Montal. It's fantastic. It's musky and super juicy fruit. Super juicy fruit. And not juicy fruit gum like Dolce Amalfi. That's Wrigley's juicy fruit gum. Anybody? I forgot who told me that first. Several people told me that, but yeah, totally. Not just because of the yellow color of the bottle, which is beautiful. It's totally Wrigley's juicy fruit gum. Smells like it's got some staying power too. Erba Pura, and this may surprise some of you, I think is a 9 out of 10. This is outstanding. I really like this. This speaks to my taste greatly. Greatly. You hear me? Juicy fruit, sweet, and musky. It's that simple the way it's coming across here in the opening. Now, will it develop more? I would assume at least a little bit. I got to give Xerjoff some credit here. I'm sure it's going to develop a little bit. I doubt it's super linear. It does seem like it would be a pretty linear fragrance, but I'm sure it's got a, it won't be the same in the opening as this is in the deep dry down. This is my style, guys. Erba Pura. This is the one to beat. This is 9 out of 10. Now, I don't know if Cruz Del Sur 2 is going to be my style or not. I've looked at the notes before. It's the darkest color juice of the bunch. I've looked at the notes before. I just don't remember them. I remember looking at them at one point and being like, ooh, I might need to get a bottle of that. I do like these little 15 mLs. I do. Erba Pura, man. Uden Overdose is really good too. And Amabile. All of these are good. And I'm sure this is going to be good too. I'm sure this is going to be good. Smells like vanilla bean ice cream. That's what hit me immediately out in the air. Now, when I get closer to it, might not be the case, but when I caught a whiff of that spritz, I got vanilla bean ice cream. I don't know if that's going to be the case when we get up close, but let's see. A little boozy. Like a juicy orange. It smells like orange juice. Where the hell did I get vanilla bean ice cream out in the air from then? Because it doesn't smell like that now. It smells like orange juice. Like very much orange juice. And a little boozy. I didn't see this coming. Anybody else get that when you first spray it? Orange juice. Like pulp free. The right way to drink orange juice. You crazy savages that drink with all the pulp. You're a better man than me because I can't stand pulp and orange juice. Now I'm getting a little bit of vanilla. Okay, so I wasn't crazy. There is vanilla here. Could be tonka bean. I don't know. This is a weird one. Good weird. Again, good weird. Everything I've ever smelled that's kind of strange from Xerjoff's been good. It's fresh, but not fresh. Does that make any sense? Anybody that smelled this, are you walking the same path with me right now? It's fresh, but it's not fresh. Orange juice, vanilla ice cream, more so than vanilla bean now that it's settled a little bit from the initial spray, and a little boozy. Odd combination, right? That's what it smells like to me. I could be way off from the notes and the accords. I don't know. Who knows? Let's find out. Mango pineapple. Why does it smell like orange juice on my skin? Fruity, sweet, creamy, gourmand, floral. Where am I getting orange juice and booze from? Because it's like warm and boozy. Mango pineapple. Apple blossom, floral notes, green leaves, cedarwood, musk. I don't know where that came from, guys, but that's what the hell I got. And there's no vanilla either. It kind of smells a little bit like there's some vanilla in there, though. Apparently, I'm tripping. What can I say? It's what it smells like to me. I'm just wrong. I'm clearly just wrong. I don't know. Fruity, sure. Yeah. Smelled like orange juice in the initial spray, though. Like rich. Like I said, pulp free. Weird breakdown. Some of you that have this fragrance or have experience with it were probably listening to me going, what the fuck is he talking about? I don't know. It is what it's what it smelled like. It's very fruity now. Maybe because I know it's these notes, it smells more like these notes now in my mind. I don't know. It smells good, though. It's not my favorite of the bunch, though. A little weird at the top, though. I'm shocked there's no vanilla. I smell vanilla. And clearly I'm a crazy person. There's nothing vanilla about this. I don't know. It is what it is, though. I mean, tell me there's 3 Dua fragrances that smell like this? I don't know. It smells fruity, musky, and I get vanilla. I know it's weird. I think it's a 7.5 out of 10. Very good. It's my least favorite of the bunch. but it's still a very good fragrance, and it doesn't remind me of another fragrance. So that's big time cool points from me for a fragrance when it doesn't remind me of anything distinctively. I have quite the little collection of 4 Xerjoffs that I got in here in this haul. It's not the only things I bought. There's 2 other well, one's for a member giveaway. There's 3 other fragrances that were in this haul. 2 of them, one's a Guerlain, one's a Nichane. We're going to do in a different live stream. It's a very good fragrance, but it's not, it doesn't speak to me as much as the other 3 do, even Amabile. Even this one. Very woodsy now. I can see why some people don't like this one. I can see how it could be off-putting. It's strange. It's the weirdest one of the bunch. Uden Overdose is just nice and pleasant. Easy to wear fragrance. Probably the most easy to wear of the bunch. And Erba Pura is the one that speaks to me the most. Yeah, so Cruz Del Sur 2, 7.5 out of 10. Erba Pura, 9 out of 10 for me. That rating might have surprised some of you. Uden Overdose, 8 out of 10. And Amabile, 8 out of 10. They're all at least very good. Some better than others, and better than others just means speaks to me more, my taste. Some of you probably completely disagree that have tried all these or have all these, completely disagree with my takes and my ratings here, but it's fragrance. It's very subjective. It's an art form. Everybody's got a different taste, right? I like them, though. I like them. I think I did pretty good here. All right. Where am I? Quick hello from Uruguay, South America. Esteban, good to see you, sir. We're an individual from Mont Blanc. Filosofia, I always say it wrong, from Day 3 Fragrances. Torino 21 is also another option. The only reason I don't have that is it's too similar to Aqua Celestia Forte to me. It literally smells like that plus spice, like a spicier Aqua Celestia Forte. Because I have a decant from Jason. I think Jason's who sent me that. It was either Jason or Jared. They both sent. I did a live stream with some decants. Both of them had sent me. I think it was Jason. And it is really good. And if I didn't have Aqua Celestia Forte, I'd have that. Notice everybody keeps giving Starlight the stamp of approval. Uden Overdose. It's a lot airy floral creaminess. It's hard to describe, but a great experience. Okay. Good to see you, sir. Uden Overdose, kind of niche dreamer. Personally, I like the OG Uden. Hope you like Erba Pura, which clearly I did. JT, good to see you, my man. Red Lux from Latafa. It was insane. Beast mode almost too strong. Must have been a good batch. Appreciate y'all. We appreciate you. I do. It smells like a more woodsy take on Erba Pura. I certainly do. I very much do. Obviously, it's a night and day difference in quality. But this, whatever the oud note is, it's just a dry wood smell that's in Club de Nuit Oud. It's just a synthetic dry wood smell, and it makes it a more woodsy Erba Pura, at least to me. To me, it does anyways. Solid. It's gold, but maybe redundant. Probably, but if the spice stands out, I might have to just get a sample. Be a banging beach day scent. I think so too. Let me go ahead and refresh, see where we're at. I don't like how, so if any of you watching on a desktop, do you like the new format with YouTube? How they put all these suggested videos under the main video, and then like right now, the live chat, I have to turn the live chat off, X out of it, if it'll let me. And it doesn't seem to want to let me anymore. Some bullshit. You got to X out of the live chat just to go see all the normal stuff, like the bell icon, the likes, the share, all that good stuff, the number of views. And it's not even letting me do that right now. Let me click refresh again. It's giving me the 3 dots instead of giving me an option for the X to get rid of the damn chat. There we go. Get rid of the chat. 114 likes. I don't like how they changed it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Google. Jesus. But I appreciate you guys nonetheless. Just wanted to double check real quick what was going on over there. Used to own Erba Pura, sold my 100 ml to a friend and got a fire to replace it. The issue is the prominent screechy synthetic musk, and Erba Gold solved that. Thinking of selling SHL and buying gold. Erba Leather is my favorite from the Erba line. Afsospira Erba Leather, Erba fruitiness, but with passion fruit and leather. That does sound good. Love Erba Pura. Some say it leans too feminine. Not to me. I don't care. I think it smells fantastic. I'm right here with you, NCW Omega. I'm right here with you, my man. Noted. Gold isn't darker. It's more sweet, more tropical, less screechy musk. So the spice doesn't come out at all with all those spicy notes. Damn. So I didn't think it was darker. I just assumed it was spicier because they added so much. Noted. Teach their own. More tropical. Well, damn. Now I need Erba Gold. I don't mind redundancy if it's something I really like. If there's a slight tweak and twist, I don't mind that. I mean, you don't get all that without a bunch of redundancy, guys. It's really good. And no, I would, believe it or not, this is one of those rare times I would recommend the clone over the original. Get Paris Corner's North Stag Quattro. I got this right before I went to Louis Vuitton. And between the two, I mean, there's a slight quality drop off as you would expect from Louis Vuitton to Paris Corner. But it's not a big enough difference to me. Nope. I bought Pacific Chill while I was there. I have Louis Vuitton Pacific Chill. But for afternoon swim, I mean, if you want to spend the money, sure, it's great. But I'm good with that personally. That's why I wanted to let you know. It seemed more masculine to me and to my nose, of course. I definitely get this like passion fruit, dragon fruit kind of tropical fruity smell to it. Very much so. Not mango or anything like that. I'm white, and it's supposed to be another inspiration of Erba Pura. I've never smelled the OG, but the Latafa is great. Boozy and orange juice plus vanilla spiked orange Julius. There you go. Now I know where I'm at. Hello, more pulps the way I used to drink OJ. I don't drink it anymore. Too much sugar. I haven't had orange juice in forever. Okay. Wonder if Kirk, Tiziano Terenzi. Yeah, I heard that is similar to it. Same fruity smell, just with added sand dryness. Might have to try it. List different notes. That's the thing. Between the forums, they always have some different notes. Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you, Drew. My man. Good looking out. Dua has a hybrid of this and a Ventus. It makes it more masculine. It's in there. Had a decant of Xerjoff Bray, and I'm sold, but it's out of stock. Oh, okay. So they're kind of similar. I'm assuming you're talking Molinard. I still get a little bit of that orange juice I was talking about. Oh, here we go. Ooh, I got hot take. Fiend. A lot of you have no idea who we're talking about. Fiend. Mr. Servon was underrated and C Murder was the most popular, but Fiend. Fiend's voice and delivery always worked. Didn't matter the feature, didn't matter the song. Fiend's verse was the verse to listen to if he was on the song. Some of you have no clue who we're talking about. He's from my neck of the woods. Erba Pura, the GOAT. S-Boy by Draco. Overpriced, but smells good. Smells like an $80 designer. Smells really good. Powdery sweet, synthetic. Smells like a mid-level designer priced at niche. $200+. Yep. It's solid. I think it's overpriced. If you can get it cheaper, sure. And I don't mean $30 off the $230. I mean like $100 or less. I see the value there. But where it's priced at, even with the big discounts and stuff. And they sent it to me, and I had no problem saying, nope, it's overpriced. Nope. Because there's misconception. If you got it for free, it's amazing. Let's tell people what I think. 107. I hate the suggestive crap. Most of the other BS YouTube are doing these days. Look, I get it. They're trying to get people to stay on YouTube and click more so they can get more ad revenue. I get it, but the format was better before. See, the problem is all the recommended stuff was on the bottom on the right side in a row. Now it's just the whole damn screen underneath the main screen. I don't like it. Ah, okay. Noted. They got rid of the velvet suede bottle. Okay, well, yeah, this must be an older bottle then, because it's still that velvety type of stuff. I'm gonna come out and hang out more often. Thanks so much. Well, yeah, Russell, I'm glad you come hang out with us for a little bit. We do this. We try to do this about 4 days a week. This week's gonna be freaking every day, actually. Member live stream is going to be Sunday morning, so all the members will be in that one. Saturday, I got Chad coming on the channel. Wednesday, I got Justin coming on the channel, because normally I do Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and I don't stream on the weekends, and I take a break midweek from streaming. I still do content every day. I do content every day, but the live streams, I usually do 4 a week. It's 7 this week. Busy week of live streaming this week, and then that just continues on, because then Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday, I'm on Justin's channel. Then Thursday, Friday. So I'm literally streaming shit for 11 days straight. 10 on my channel, 1 on Justin's. Not counting if I happen to jump on Dedrick's channel, because that shit happens all the time. Those of you that watch Dedrick, you know, I just pop in and say tag me, and he sends me the link. So it'll be a busy set of streaming over the next week and a half for me. But I'm glad you're able to come hang out, my man. Good to see you. I have not tried it. I've heard good things. I know that. Speaking of Dedrick, I know he's a fan of it. Mr. Womp Womp. Yeah, here we go. Jims knows. Jims knows who Fiend is. Here we go. Donald knows what's up too. Everybody saying that knows who Fiend is. Look him up, guys. That's some of New Orleans' finest from the 90s and early 2000s right there. I don't know why he didn't blow on. Talking about Magic. Now we're talking, because I would take Magic. I was listening to Miss Magic say, if you go to my Instagram stories, Can't Be Touched from the Body Headbangers albums on there, and it's part of Roy Jones's verse. I almost did Magic's, but there's too many N-words and too much cursing. Like, I don't mind when the N-word pops out here and there on my stories and stuff, but when it's heavy, it's like, I'm gonna get a bunch of shit for it, even though I'm not saying it. My guys get it, but I get shit when it's overly vulgar, the stuff in my stories. So I had to skip Magic's verse, even though Magic's verse is the best on the song. Yeah, I'm a Mr. Magic guy. Always, but may he rest in peace. I'm a big time Mr. Magic guy. Ouch, $80 on. Hey, it is what it is. Mystical Big Ed and Max. So we talking No Limit big time. Survival of the Fittest. If you have it. Oh, of course. Of course. Of course I have. I always appreciate the honesty. I appreciate you guys come and hang out with me. I really do. Amber Oud Gold, that's a monster. See, I get asked about it all the time. I'm going to have to get it. Now that I got Erba Pura, I'm going to have to get it and compare it, because I get asked all the time about Amber Oud Gold. All the time. At least once a week for a long time now. I get asked about it. Apparently, it's quite popular. I'm going to have to do it. Red Vetiver, I've had my eyes on it. Similar to Cumcat Wood, which I've had a decant of. Spice Bomb Game, good to see Rocky. 1 Million Royal, I haven't worn that one in a while myself. My standard answer, I haven't worn that in a while. So we just a little over an hour. We got a good crowd. 154 hanging out. We'll stay for a little while longer. Do an hour and a half. That's kind of been the standard lately. We do about an hour and a half. There are like 6 to 7 ones that aren't. They're working on phasing it out. TLTG 24/7. Come on now. Oh, that's 2 good ones. Excellent choice. Oh, no, I don't do that. Shout outs to Joey. I don't do the long, crazy streams like that. Looks like I'm late as usual. I have to go back and watch the whole thing. Sin of the Day, Penhaligon's. I'm assuming you meant Halfetti, but which is a great fragrance. But I'm glad you're able to come join us. Decant X order. I'll probably end up getting bottles of Ventus Cologne and Viking Cologne. Good without Elysium. I still haven't tried Vanilla Oud or Original Santal. They're all good to me. All of those are good. Zafiro on one arm, Uden Overdose on the other. I think I'd rather go Zafiro. Yeah, if you like classic fougères, I'm not surprised to hear that. It's hard to pull off, but it's also different from everything else. Zafiro's good, man. Zafiro is good. Hope all is well. You smell incredible. I love the enhanced leathery nuance of the second batch. I'm glad it's a different modification. I think so. I'm very happy to have it. I wore it last week. I think it's great for the springtime. A lot of people like to wear it in the summer as well. I think the green elements of it. Anytime something's very green, I kind of specifically wear it in the summertime. I think it's great. I think it's a great fragrance. I have not. Amber Oud line's great, but I would say Tobacco Edition they have is killer. Seen EQ talk about it as well. Great live on TFTV. What's TFTV? Great take on Tobacco Vanille? Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille? Or am I tripping? Because I think Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille when I see those initials. Oh, you're saying it's a great take on Tom Ford. I thought you were telling me great take on it. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I didn't talk about that recently. My bad. That's my fault. My apologies. Misinterpretation on my part. What you know about Grand Puba? Come on now. Hey, I'm from 45 minutes southwest of New Orleans. And I grew up, I'm 85. I grew up all through the 90s, No Limits heyday, old Cash Money, UNLV, DJ Jubilee, Chopper when he's in the streets and the clubs before he signed with No Limit. That's the kind of stuff I listen to. I'm not your typical white dude talking about fragrances, guys. I'm just gonna be real with you. That's I would like to think that's my related, my appeal is I'm not the typical dude. But I'm very much Southern from my generation when it comes, especially South Louisiana's hip hop scene and Texas, of course. I'm big time in the Texas hip hop scene. Not so much the new stuff like Mexican OT. I really like Mexican OT, and Kurt Bangs and people like that of the newer generation from Texas. But I'm still Slim Thug, Zero, Paul when Chameleon Air drops something once in a while. But big time Zero and Slim Thug guy. That's my two main guys that I still listen to. Neil's worth if you can find it for a good price. I'm not paying more than $150 for a citrus fragrance. No, I got the 50 ml for low 100s. My bottle of Neo. Trained by day, TLTG reviews by night, all day. I appreciate that, Roy. Thank you, sir. Speaking, every time I see you, I think of George Atkinson. I talked to him again this morning. He wrote a script for his new film. He's super proud of it. He's very excited. Figured I'd relay that information because I know you would care to hear that. Sounds like he's really pushing forward. So, yeah, just a little quick update on George Act. Because I talk to him almost, not every day, but I would say 3 to 4 days a week. We talking while I'm at the gym because it's in the afternoon for him while I'm at the gym midday because he's like 7 hours ahead of me. So it's in the evenings for him, like 7 o'clock. If I'm at the gym at noon, he's doing his thing at 7 p.m. where he's at in Scotland. Good to see you, sir. Amber Gold smells like gummy bears on my skin. Not all that close. Jasada Ambassador, the fruitiness at the top, I could see where people would compare it, but it very much turns in. Jasada Ambassador very much turns into Sauvage, like quickly. It smells like Sauvage from the start, plus mango, basically. It's fair. Zara Pearl nighttime. I don't recall smelling it. It used to be at the rack stores all the time, and I never picked it up. Just like the Elixir flanker, Zara Pearl Elixir, the red bottle, I never picked that one up either. No, I misinterpreted what you were saying. I thought you were saying I had a great take on something. When you were saying it's a great take, that fragrance is a great take on Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille. I just misunderstood. I was reading it wrong. Absolutely, in Swishahouse. So Swishahouse 99 to 2010. Old Day Hell Broke Loose 1. Like, I got everything in both versions in the early 2000s. From 99 to about 07, 08. If there was a Swishahouse remix, I had it. This goes when Cash Money was doing, like Lil Wayne, The Carter had a Swishahouse remix. Big Timers, Big Money, Heavyweight had a Swishahouse remix. But even all the Swishahouse's stuff. First round draft picks, both albums, all the Slim Thug stuff, Boss Hog Outlaws, Boys in Blue, and then the Swishahouse remix, ESG and Slim Thug, Boss Hog Outlaws, and the Swishahouse remix. Just you name them, I had them. I was listening to them. Oh yeah, that's me. Y'all got a lot of you are learning something about me right now. What that is that you may not have known. That some of you may have caught on to if you follow me on Instagram, because most of the music choices in my stories relate to everything I'm saying right now. Best Italian style scents. I would say overall as a house, Acqua di Parma. Italian citruses, they're kind of like the kings of that, I think, anyways. Message me on IG. I know we have a previous chat. Message me on IG. I'll send you my PO box. Aqua Wood. Great fragrance. I bought it because of you. Gives me Aqua Amara vibes. That's what people relate it to the most. Like it's basically like niche Aqua Amara. It doesn't have that muskiness to the orange, but it does it's the orange and the incense and the aquatic tones. Like I get why people say it smells like it. It does relate to it. But yeah, it's good stuff. Terre de Hermes for Dan. The first time I met Dan, he was wearing Terre de Hermes. Literally the first time we met, did the bro hug and everything. He was wearing Terre de Hermes. I'll never forget. So when I hear or see or anything about Terre de Hermes EDT, I think of you, Dan, ever since that. Hit him with it. Hit him with it. Just thought you would like Parfum. Seems a bit sharper than Vetiver. YouTube is tripping when I don't get notifications from your live and have everything bell notifications. That is weird. They're bad about that. They're bad. And I don't know why. It's not like they don't promote my YouTube live streams and replays and stuff. Like today, in fact, the live stream that I did, me, EQ, and George Zaharoff from 8-9 months ago, something like that, it just hit a little over a year. It just hit 200,000 views today. The one with me and Justin's at like 303,000 views. Like another one with me and Justin's like 148,000 views. And a bunch that are in the 70s, 60s, 50s. So like my live streams get promoted and suggested by YouTube. So I don't know why they're not pushing the notifications more, because they clearly want to push my live streams. I really don't know, man. It blows my mind. Trust me, I want you here. I absolutely want you here hanging out. You're here now, though. So that's all that really matters, right? Glad you're here. Need to get into this house more. I have Renaissance and 40 knots. Torino 21 has been my favorite. You got 3 awesome ones when it comes to the fresher side. I have Renaissance and 40 knots. I have a decanted Torino 21, just too similar to something else I have. So many others that offer interest. Y'all better stop playing with Ross. He know all the classics. Come on now. I can do hip hop trivia from the Southern hip hop trivia from the 90s and 2000s for sure. Your thoughts on Terre de Hermes Parfum? I think it's underappreciated. It's not just Justin that feels that way. I saw in Justin's little weekly rotation reel / YouTube short he's dabbling with. Now Justin is even jumping on the weekly rotation bandwagon with his own little spin on it. He rates them and shows the fragrance. He gives it a 10 out of 10. I wouldn't say a 10 out of 10, but a 9 out of 10 for me for sure. It is. I take Eau Givray out of this because it's so different. It still ties to the DNA a bit, but it's just such a citrus fragrance. Of the other versions of Terre de Hermes, the Parfum is my favorite. It's the richest. It's the deepest. It's got the earthy green tones without being too. It still has the freshness of the EDT. I really like it. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Like I said, when I see you, I think of him because I know you're here from him. You're here on my live stream from George Atkinson. So I appreciate that. I figured the least I could do is keep you updated when I hear something from him. Just got the lemon line decant. Okay. That smells like fresh cut lemons when you spray that one. So good. Noted. Newt, good to see you, sir. Strong with you, Freeze. Underappreciated. Sad that I think it's discontinued since Only came around. One Deep or Mo City Done? Both. No Love Boulevard, Drinking and Driving, Cocaine, and Meth. Yeah, I know that's some weird names for albums, right? But that's some of my favorite. Muhammad Ali, I jammed the hell out of Muhammad Ali, that album. But yeah, Zero is my favorite rapper. I'll take Zero. If I could just listen to one dude the rest of my life, I can listen to Zero. And he doesn't even have to drop anything new, which he still does. Like, hey, he just dropped Hate On not that long ago. Love it. He's always talking about haters. Maybe that's why I relate to Zero so much, because he's always talking about all the hate. So I feel you, bro. I feel you. But yeah, I love Zero. He's my favorite rapper, man. And I highly respect Slim Thug. Slim Thug's still great. I don't care what anybody says. Good to see you, sir. All right, let's skip ahead. Boivigny. I have not, sir. About to blind buy it. I have nothing to offer as far as an opinion. I have never smelled it, sir. Yes, I was. Tori Wilson, Edge, and Mick Foley. I'm an 84 kid. Yeah, I've been watching since I was about 5 or 6, religiously. Since the Warrior was in WWE, since around WrestleMania 5, WrestleMania 6. Yeah, I've been watching since then. Back when WWF Saturday night's main event was around, and WWF Superstars on the weekends. WCW Saturday night, the early days of WCW, even before that, I was watching. Boss Hog Outlaws, I'm with you. Thug and Kyleon. And look, they did an album not that long ago. Yes, yeah, I have a special. It's called Reppin' the H, and it's a H with the little star emoji next to it. That's the name of the playlist, and it's all H Town rap. And then, of course, I've got other stuff in my liked playlist, and then certain ones that carry over into my workout playlist. The only playlist that's public's my workout playlist, but I got several Spotify playlists. I love Spotify. It is well worth the money for the ad-free version of Spotify. I get use out of it every day of my life. I'm down. Set it up and let me know when you want to schedule it. I'm pretty tight for the next 2 weeks. Like I was talking about with Randy earlier, because me, Dedrick, and Randy got to do a decant swap. But let me know something midway second half of the month. Because in about 2 weeks, my stepdaughter and my new, I guess, stepson-in-law is how you could look at that. They're coming up. I'll just say my daughter and my son-in-law. They're coming up. Well, down, parallel and down. To stay for the weekend. They're coming to do like a 3-day weekend during spring break. They're crazy because traffic's ridiculous over here already. It's the week before spring break and it's already started. So I'm gonna have family in town. So I'm still gonna get some live streams in with you guys. Don't worry about that. You're still gonna get your live streams. They know how I got to do it, because they watch the channel. Fun fact: my son-in-law was subscribed to this channel before he ever met my daughter. For those of you that never heard me say this before, that was hilarious. That was hilarious when I got told that story about how he figured out that I was her stepdad. That was hilarious. He's like, what? I've been watching him for like 2 years. That was great. I got him a bottle of Creed Aventus as a wedding present. Hooked him up with a 50 ml of Creed Aventus as his wedding gift. Cooper, I said they never cheat on my money. It's funny how hoes don't believe me. Probably have a great take on TV too, Ross. I don't really watch as much stuff as I used to, but hip hop, that's me. It's an awesome scent memory, Ross. Indeed, sir. Indeed, sir. Can't wait till I see you again so we can get another workout in. City Rhythm New Orleans, one wrist spray in the morning and it's still strong now. Yeah, it's crazy. Niles, it's overkill with his 50% concentrations and the blends are really good, but maybe it's bias, but City Rhythm New Orleans, it's going to be hard for it to be overtaken as my favorite from City Rhythm because he nailed it. It's my favorite boozy fragrance. It really encapsulates the city, the alcoholism, the baked goods, the beignets and stuff like that. He really captured it in that scent. His past is legit check. If you were there, you were there in that time period. Yeah, for sure. I still got my card. You know what I mean? I'm welcome in many hoods, I'm just going to be straight with you. Let's see. What's up, y'all? Late to the party. Banana Republic Tobacco and Tonka Bean. Excellent choice. Chapard's Oud Malaki. I have Paris Corner's version, Killer Oud Death by Oud. That's supposedly the same fragrance. It's really good. I wouldn't mind trying the Chapard, though, because I have Cedar Malaki and Black Incense Malaki, and they're phenomenal. Still worth buying in 2024. Does someone deliver as good as Naxos? Better performance, half the price. So Naxos is really good. I haven't tried the other, though. 1981X. I'm not familiar with it, but Naxos is beautiful, slightly fresh, very sweet honey tobacco. It is one of the better tobacco fragrances ever made. It's just very redundant to a lot of the fragrances I have as far as sweet tobaccos. So that's why I haven't gotten it. I've had one of the little box samples. I've spent time with it and it's good. And I'm not saying I won't get it eventually. It just hasn't been high on the list of like, I need to get a bottle. Sensual Instinct. I've never heard of this. Herbal Aquatica is great. From Montal, I have that. That's great. Le Male Le Parfum, excellent choice. I can tell from the jump what kind of person he is, and I like the X shoes and Jordans and the music you like and the clothes that you rock and your videos in the gym. I appreciate that, KVG. Thank you, man. Seriously, thank you. Today was some all-white Project Rock 4s. I'm always the freshest in the gym. I post about that all the time. I'm the freshest motherfucker when I walk in the gym. I'm all about my gym fits. I spend few hours of my day every day in the gym. So you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. You play good, they pay good. The old Dion saying, right? What good is having these things if you don't use them and wear them and so on? So I like my gym outfits. But I appreciate you, my man. Blue Notes is a very beautiful, creamy, powdery violet. Fruity at the top. Dries down very musky and creamy, more so than just straight up powder bomb. Supposedly it's similar to Oud Lemon Mint, I believe people compare it to, and kind of, sort of, maybe a little, but not all that much. I think it stands on its own. It's very underappreciated from the house. I did an individual review about how underappreciated of a fragrance that actually is. Big Crit, that's somebody who I left out of the newer generation. Rap Nonsense. Yeah, I listen to Big Crit. I got several bangers from him on the playlist. One literally came across playlist today. It was him and Paul Wall. I forgot the name of the song. I forgot which one it was. It's from one of Big Crit's albums, but it was featuring Paul Wall. Can't remember which song it was. It's on the playlist. It is my favorite fresh Mancera fragrance. I'm a huge fan of that one. It's literally my favorite fresh Mancera, but top 5 overall Mancera for me in the house. Yes. So next month we have the spring release. I'll let you guys know when that pre-sale starts. That's the Jasmine Incense. It's Jasmine Gardenia Incense. It is gorgeous. It's an incense white floral. It does lean a little on the feminine side. So it's not going to be for everybody. So this is one the ladies are going to love. One that, I mean, my wife was a guinea pig tester for this. My wife did more of the test, just as much of the testing as I did with that one. I love it. I'm definitely going to have a bottle and wear it for myself. So any guys that like florals, you're probably going to want to check this one out. This one's going to be probably the least safe of the blind buys for the guys. So I would encourage, if you're not too sure about how you're going to feel about the white florals and the incense, to wait till it launches and get a sample, because that's the usual. If you wait till launch, there will be samples. So that's what I would say about that. And then summertime, we got a blue coming. So get ready for that. Can't say too much about that. I can talk about the incense one, the incense white floral, because it's right around the corner. Love H-Town. Hate the Astros as a Dodger fan. I like the Dodgers and the Astros. By the way, I saw you with one mean-looking motorcycle on Instagram. Didn't know you were a biker too. Oh, geez. You got an S1000R? I have a GSXR 600 with full bolt-on and a tune. It's got a Two Brothers Black Series full race exhaust. Sounds mean as a son of a bitch. K&N filter, and it's been tuned, not a power commander. I haven't dropped any teeth or raised any teeth in the front and rear sprocket or anything like that, because I'm not interested in pulling the wheel off the ground. I have pulled the front wheel off the ground a few times when I first got it, but it's more about point A. I don't even really joyride anymore. I go point A, point B, because I like to zip in and out. I like being nimble and getting point A to point B quickly. I don't ride the speed limit too often when I'm on that bike, and I'm the guy in and out of traffic. Zipping in and out the whole way through. That's what I like to ride it for. But yeah, that's all I need for. It's fast enough for me. I don't need the 1000cc. Then you're fighting to keep the wheel down when you roll that throttle back, you know. But that's like the bike of all bikes right there that you have. That's the one that everybody wants, that BMW S1000R. That's a beautiful bike. Doesn't matter what color you have. That's a beautiful bike. I have not tried it, sir. ZX10's badass and got the Camaro 2SS. Okay. You like that? Now, that was the card for the hood comment, I'm assuming. Haven't tried it yet. Not yet. That Randy sent me a decant. I haven't opened it yet. I have the package. I didn't open it yet. That is a good one. Ross, you need to get your nose on Chapard, Rose, and Amber. See, Amber Malachi's the one that it might have been you that brought it up to me recently, where I was like, ooh, I might need to try that. It's good. You don't need Naxos. There you go. There's somebody weighing in. Oh, Houston. In the 90s, I definitely would have said New Orleans. But pretty much since like 99, 2000, even then, it still was a battle between New Orleans and Houston for me, because that was Cash Money's heyday. Because mid to late 90s, Cash Money was coming on strong, but it was more about No Limit. But like 99, 98, 99 in the early 2000s, like the later Hot Boys album, Let 'Em Burn, and then Lil Wayne coming into his own as he started to get a little bit older, when he broke away and BG left and Turk went to jail and Juvenile left, and when it was just Wayne. Shit. I'm Wayne on the Mount Rushmore, guys. And here's a hot take for you. Nicki Minaj belongs on the Mount Rushmore too. Hot take for you right there. She's not only, in my opinion, the best lyricist female of all time. If you're the best lyricist for your gender, doesn't that make you one of the best lyricists of all time, period? Because I'm all about the lyricist. Metaphors, tell me a story, all that. That's what I like. Andre 3000, Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, and Pop. There's my Mount Rushmore. Nobody's going to agree with it. It's fine. That's my Mount Rushmore. When they say GZ, they mean George Xerjoff. Yeah, we're quite far apart from one another. Mine tuned to racing pipes and everything. Yeah, mine for 600, that son of a bitch sounds mean. I get asked if it's 1,000 all the time. Like, no, definitely not. Noted. I've never tried any of them. Damn it, it happened again. I meant tobacco vanilla. Red, and it's a gorgeous bike. I believe you. Emir's Cherry Cola, because why not? I mean, it's really good. It's not spot on to Tonka Cola, but they did a really good job with it. 3.6. I mean, The Unbreakables was my favorite album from them. Obviously, you got older classics, you know, sipping on some Scissor and Ass and Titties, and pretty much all of Project Pat's albums. Frasier Boy, Gone Off That Bay. That's an underrated album. I used to jam the shit out of Frasier Boy. Yeah, I could go on and on about hip hop all day, but we're gonna lose too many viewers if I keep going on and on, because there's fragrance guys in here that are whiter than white and could give a shit less about me talking about rap, you know. I'm just calling it what it is. So Wayne's one of the GOATs. I agree. Nicki definitely one of the best. Man, I blare Nicki Minaj. I don't give a shit who's listening. With some of the lyrics she says too, I don't give a shit. I love Nicki Minaj. She's great. Say Safari, her ex wrote, I don't know. Considering she's been doing it for so long and her newer albums are even better, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. Mia X. Ooh, that's a hot take, man. That's hard to say. Mia X went hard, though. She did. She did. She was Nicki before Nicki, so that's a fair argument. That's a well-reasoned point right there, sir. Mia X was the hottest in the game for a stretch in the 90s when No Limit was taken over. That's a hot take. Both of our takes were a hot take with that, because nobody's right. It's all our opinions. Just like with fragrance, nobody's right when it comes to who's the best of anything in music. It's another art form. It's all opinion, you know, same thing. This is an art form. This is an art form. So nobody's right. It's a great talk, great discussion, though. I'm going to call it a night. Have a great night, Ross. You do as well. We just hit a little over an hour and a half. We're about to shut it out to Northside 11 and Northside 12. Chopping it up 4, 5, and 6. I'm telling you, I could go on and on, man. I could go on and on. Nicki changed everything for female rappers as you progress into the 2010s. That's fair. So I got to the bottom. We're going to go ahead and shut it down here, guys. I appreciate you coming and hang out with me. This is worth a sample. Don't let the ratings fool you. You may hate it. You may agree with the ratings. Amabile's not that bad. I actually very much like it. It's probably my second favorite. Even though I gave it the same rating as Uden Overdose, it's probably my second favorite of these four. Erba Pura is definitely my favorite of the bunch. But I would strongly encourage sampling any of these fragrances if it interested you. Thank you guys for sitting here, hanging with me for a little bit. I love the hip-hop talk, just like when it comes to sneakers and hats and wrestling, and I can talk hip-hop all day long. Not new stuff shit. Call me an old head, whatever. New stuff shit. Future is the only one I like. Certain songs are catchy, but as far as actual artists, full body of work, I like Future. That's about the extent of it. And pretty much all the old guys that are still putting out stuff. I guess that makes me an old head. I like Michael Jordan and old hip hop. Sue me, what can I say? But definitely check out today's video if you haven't yet. What is, in my opinion, the top 20 best smelling men's designers over the last 5 years. It's another video full of hot takes because it's my opinion. Some will agree, some will not. It's a longer video though. It's like 26 minutes because it's the top 20. But definitely check that out if you're interested. We'll be back tomorrow with another topic. Wednesday, we'll be back with Justin doing a blind smelling rate from a decant swap that we did. So that's going to be fun. I'll set that up in a little bit so you guys can set your reminders if you want. We're going to do that around the same time. I believe it's same time as this stream is when we'll be doing that. So I appreciate all of you for being here. Seriously, thank you so very much. Hidden Gems, if you want to do something talking about music, let's work it out. Let's work. I'm down.
I am so down. Let me know. I'd love to do that. And make sure to like this stream on your way out, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Y'all have a good one.